for that. Cause,
X is really good though.
It is really good catch, but they picked the Jug, and they've already got Oracle. Like you can just edict the guy who's potentially getting X boat comboed, right? So, and they have Bulldoze as well. So it must be about the lane or something. Something that they want. The Ember made it through to the second round of bans. Nobody first phased it. They wanted Grim Lesh and Spiritbreaker Oracle more than they wanted the Ember Spirit.
That's good. I'm kind of sick of watching the hero, to be honest.
He's just everywhere. To me, it's annoying that he's good enough. And I was trying to bring it up towards the end of the last game, but it's annoying that he's good enough that you can just first phase him and like still have a game. That's
usually when heroes start getting really nerfed.
Yeah. Like why can a hero be first pick? The enemy team has 5 picks to counter it, and like Ember still does plenty.
Or they move up to first phase ban, basically.
Yeah. I guess we haven't got there quite yet, but
it's still a big problem area for sure. I definitely agree.
Yeah.
It hurts watchability and stuff like that.
Oh, Jug Magnus. Okay. Mag was very popular in SEA. SEA Grand Finals, I think he was banned pretty much every game, except for maybe one. So lots of position for Magnus, but this game it looks like it might be position 3.
Certainly could be. Yeah.
Does anybody?
They've got to be.
Does anybody have strong opinions on position Spiritbreaker?
What's your favorite position, Kyle? Is that what you're waiting for? Is that what you're waiting for?
I wanted to ask you that.
Beat you to it.
Sniped, idiot.
God, that's how you know it's getting late. This is like the low.
I'm just getting. I've been going to bed at like 10 a.m.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah.
That probably makes more sense. I woke up at like noon today, and by the time I was like 8 p.m., I was like, this is weird.
I've been trying to literally just make my schedule as if I was in China. So then when I go to China, I'm already there.
Easy. Yep.
Yeah.
Are you trying to be in China?
I don't understand.
That one's too much of a stretch. I'm sorry. Grammar is off.
It's okay. I forgive you. So, feels like there isn't too much to discuss about the Mag Jug Oracle. It's a lineup that I think everyone will understand in the chat.
Yep.
Serenity with a more peaceful setup. A lot of sustain. The Grimstroke with the DP. They'll have the last pick as well, of course, to round out the draft.
Continue that.
Why don't we have a relaxing cast?
Could they possibly shake or morph?
Actually,
Is that something that they could
excellent
consider?
RP got 4 years.
The ASMR cast, the rarest of all the Dota casts.
Great execution.
They banned the Morphling. Do you think that's a wise move, gentlemen?
It's
a combination with the Earthshaker, perhaps.
Can we get back to the single on Kevin? Let's just keep it here. I don't know if we need to change it too much. I really just think that this is the view that the fans would appreciate. If you want to keep this view, please type a 1 in chat. We can go back to the other view. If you like this view, a 2 in chat.
There's also a 3, right? Yeah.
There's a 3. You're right. If you like 3, that's cool. But I think I know what you want. Production, do you know what they want? That's not it? That's it? Oh.
Chad hasn't been able to. They're not going to be able to respond
for 5 minutes,
4 minutes and 40 seconds.
I think it's a bit longer than that. 6 minutes delay.
Lena coming in.
Wow.
So. Huh? I wasn't paying attention to what the camera was doing.
Thinking about it too.
Oh God.
We're on So the draft. Lena last pick. I like it with the Spirit Breaker. Gives you a nice kill combination. But then there's a Slark. An uncountered Slark.
Yeah, this is...
If he buys shitty items, I'm going to be so mad.
Aventador? You don't believe?
Shadow would never choke like that.
No. Shadow's on this. This is, these drafts are interesting. I feel like Serenity have the full Tricore. Faith Beyond on the Magnus. I have not been convinced by offlane Magnus recently, but maybe
Faith
he can
Beyond
do it.
can
If there's anyone who can make it work, I do think it can be Faith Beyond.
So what are our roles for this?
What do you want them to be?
I don't know, man. You pick.
What's easiest for you?
I don't know.
I need you to. You need to get through like we got 2 more games. This game and 1 more. You have been offered to yeah, this could be your last game for this shit.
I will not ditch my brothers.
Okay. If Nahaz was here, would you ditch?
Hell yes.
All right. Alan, if you are watching this, we need you.
I hope he's not watching. This is probably asleep.
I think his plane lands at like 8:30 a.m. or something.
Oh, okay.
Really? He's flying in that, or that's a. I guess that makes sense.
What's he doing in Canada?
He's probably
Does
on
anybody
his
know?
way to the airport.
Someone hired. He was on an esports panel. He was an expert,
Oh.
and a lot of people
Cool.
paid a lot of money to come and listen to him talk about esports.
Oh, it was like a conference or something.
All right.
Oh,
Well,
speaking
yeah.
of money, look at that.
odds.
That's the money you would win if you put your money.
Bedway believes in Faith Beyond,
Yes.
and they don't believe in the Slark item build.
They've already seen the future. They
Mm.
know.
Mhm.
All right, Kyle, take
Oh.
us away. You have the button.
Oh,
What
I
do you,
do.
What do you guys think was like the most negative name change from a pro player? Do you think it's
Swindle Melons to Kyle.
no? That was an upgrade. But Shadow to Aventador, that's a downgrade.
Yeah, that's
Maybe to Somnus.
Yeah, that's a downgrade.
Maybe it was such a good name.
Yeah,
I really like that tag, and then he ruined it.
But he still goes by maybe. That's the thing. It's
Does
very
he?
weird.
Well, everybody still calls him maybe.
Yeah.
Right? Does he? What does he have on his jacket?
I think
That-
it says Somnus.
That to me is the real question. Yeah, if it's like
It's
Somnus.
like some extra characters.
Well, he's got like Somnus backtick M, right? It's like Somnus M.
Yeah, something
Yeah.
weird like that.
Who else? Who else has like changed their name? A lot of players have, I guess, multiple different ones. What about No-Tail? Was No-Tail
Big
Big
Daddy
Daddy,
No-Tail,
Big
but-
Daddy No-Tail?
It's kind of similar. Same sentence, right?
Yeah, okay. Raji on the shaker, both teams with the ward at mid. Who got theirs down a little bit faster? It was actually the Dire, but I doubt they saw this because this probably got planted from the fog. Another Radiant ward up top.
Hmm.
So there.
Interesting.
The Dire do not have. I guess the Radiant don't have vision on this eastern angle, on the right angle for the Spirit Breaker.
So when I was doing research, the Spirit Breaker's name, they had how to pronounce his name, and I can't do it, but it kind of sounds like Sing Sing.
Okay.
Oh,
Do you guys know that?
Huh.
really? What's he do?
The way you pronounce his name,
Okay.
the X-I-N-Q.
Yeah, it's like.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's like
I've heard that.
Jing.
Jin King or something.
Yeah, something like it's kind of like that. And then I sat there and tried to say it. It was not consistent at all. So I was like, all right,
Yeah.
well, I'm just not gonna. Can't
Yeah.
do it.
It'll be. I guess it'll be interesting with some of the. Well, all the players at TI, I feel like
Can we?
people kind of know.
Why don't we just make this a little more relaxing?
Okay.
And we're finally having chat catch up, and we're gonna see which camera angle they preferred.
Yeah, we'll just go back to the camera angles. We'll audio cast this one.
It's a lot of ones in the chat. A lot of ones. A whole bunch of them, Purge. How does that make you feel?
It's okay.
Loved.
I mean, yeah.
A lot of
People-
fours, too. I don't think that was an option, but just proves that humans are very ingenious, you know? You give them 3 doors, they'll grab a sledgehammer and make a window.
And then walk through the broken glass. I mean, wall.
Mm.
So this
It's
mid
like-
lane going pretty well for 430 so far.
Yeah, it looked like me trying to use a courier there.
Oh no, I didn't get my my actual item out.
Yeah, I was just standing still.
So okay, he wants to use this tango and then bring the stick in, I guess.
But he's full HP,
full
so
health.
it's kind of like,
Hey, okay. All right.
you could put it on the ground, you know.
So Lesh kind of just playing by himself in the off lane, but seemingly doing fine. Already level 3.
Yeah,
Shaker wandering around.
We've seen that a lot more lately, like occasional trialing kind of stuff. But if you can get away with it on your offlane, it's actually so helpful. Oh,
All right, first hit bash, nice.
he's dead, dude. His bashes won't stop.
Dead on my screen. Oh no, Oracle getting Innocent's getting solo killed by PYW.
That's embarrassing.
What on earth? Just got run down by the Edict, presumably. Didn't even get to do anything.
Maybe he wanted to bring an Iron.
Action bottom. Look at the door, looking for the turnaround, but Jin-Q just backs out. They're just punching on this bottom lane.
Yeah. You just gotta fight Slark, honestly. You just have to not let him hit you tons of times. You just have to let him hit you a couple times, tops. Like 3 times and disengage you, but you can't like all in from full HP.
I guess you need to have the heroes that can man up, right? You keep him a little bit low, and then
I don't think you. I actually don't think. I think it's kind of like Monkey King, same kind of way.
Okay.
You just get a little bit scared about him.
First at bash. That's gonna be a kill.
His bash has been so good.
These
Like
position 5 players.
It's like Monkey King in the sense that you think like, oh, there's no way I could ever trade with him, but you actually can. You just have to be a little bit surgical how you do it.
Gotta be
So
smart.
you just have to like out trade him. Genuinely. I mean, again, he's got terrible stats, right?
Yeah.
He's got low attack speed. Yes, he's gonna trade really well, but his stacks will go away. So you just gotta regen trade him.
Yep.
Because he doesn't have skills that actually deal damage to you anymore. Just Dark Pact, but he's not gonna use it. So you gotta just trade hits with him. He'll trade slightly better, but you'll have a spell on top of that. So just out regen him and kill him in lane. If you do that a few times, you win.
Yeah. How do you feel as a mid laner, Kyle, when you've got this position for just breathing down your neck constantly?
I think it's fine when you're the lean against the DP because there's no real kill threat unless you make a mistake. And especially when you get a lucky rune like this, you feel just fine.
Yeah. If the Death Prophet ever walks towards you, you just stun him, right? Like
you still have the damage to kill off Lina if he's not harassed down, which, you know, DP's nuke, 135 mana for 225
Jin-Q comes
damage.
top. They give him the mangoes so that he can charge here. They really want POW. Spin damage as well. Gets rooted up. Looking like a nice kill. Fisher. He's dead, right? Auto attack from both of these guys. Oracle might just Purifying Flames.
That was so cool how he did that. Oh, did he put it on the Spirit Breaker? Oh yeah, same team, right? Yeah. Yeah, he just started channeling the Spirit Breaker to follow with. That was really smart.
Yeah, keep him in place and then get the crit just for good measure. Never end securing that. All right, that was a really nice rotation from the Spirit Breaker, especially since it happened so fast, right? There wasn't any time to be like, oh yeah, Spirit Breaker's off the map. Maybe he's making something happen. He just immediately fogged, TP'd, came top. They didn't even want to wait for the charge to come off cooldown to mana up. Oh, Bounty Rune battle. Raji's here. Does have the Fisher to maybe block things up. They need to be careful of these 3 points up and Edict. Raji really wanted that Bounty Rune. He did get it, but he's going to pay for it with his life. Never end. Needing to be careful, though. Just tanking all of the Edict damage. He's going to end up going down. Looks like Jin-Q, one more touch. Alright, he charges away to the wave. He's going to be okay.
That was a cool rotation by DP. I mean,
Yeah,
she's only 5. That's definitely not one you expect.
He was just shrining, wasn't he?
Yep.
Was he?
Yeah. The shrine's on cooldown.
Okay.
I think he may have just been coming
I
for
guess so.
the shrine. And he gets the bottle refill anyway. Oh, nice.
I just like it when players sometimes like that, especially like mid players, they don't just think about their experience in their lane. They actually look around the map, and sometimes they run a long ways. They might be like, oh, my team's going to smoke gank bottom in like 30 seconds. They just run across the whole map. But if they do show up to that fight, it makes a big difference.
Yeah. And he's not too far behind on CS. And getting that bottle refill is pretty nice. 6-minute rune's going to be spawning soon. Both heroes probably spamming it out to try and grab it. But
Top lane.
yeah, good action. They will be able to bring down the Lesh once again.
Yeah, same play, really. Just to charge a channel, and the spin from never ends. Just too much damage for the Lesh to sustain through.
Yeah, XCJ and Raji, all they can do is watch.
Fissure would definitely help, but it's hard to be there at the right time, especially when the SP can be so mobile.
Oh, 430 gets lucky. The DP gambled and ran bot before the rune even spawned, hoping that it would be there, but unfortunately it was not. So ZUID now a little bit behind in the lane for a second, perhaps. Needs to be very careful of a Spirit Breaker rotation now with this double damage available. That's probably the tipping point, right? Even with like a wand and stuff. DD lane is just going to punch you to death.
Yeah. It's very threatening.
Do they see this charge? Ooh, may not have quite been spotted, and Slark takes pretty big damage. Jin-Q probably wants this salve. Is going to get it canceled. Slark doesn't have the pounce either. They're just looking to right-click him down. Shockwave's off cooldown. They do secure it over on the other side of the map. They will end up losing Innocence. But that is an amazing trade for EHOME.
You take those all day. The Slark's the big win condition for Serenity, the last pick. It's going to need to do a lot of work if they're going to take the game.
And here you go. ZYD's here. All right, didn't look like it was necessarily going to be a tier 1 tower, but
He has the peacocks.
Well, that's cute.
There's so many cool
Those aren't
models.
peacocks. Those
Ghosts.
are Archaeopteryxes.
They're peacock birds.
No, they're not. They're a prehistoric bird that went extinct along with the dinosaurs about 65 million
Quit
years ago.
Making shit up.
I'm not. Google it right now.
ZYD, Omni Slash, not bouncing to anybody else, but he's actually tanking through it. He's also got the Fairy Fire, Never End. Doesn't manage to actually get the spin damage onto him. These ghosts are coming back right now, so he's going to be healing. That'll help him tank through this Laguna Blade. And 430 just wildly out of position. Looking for that kill, was not keeping track of the exorcism duration. And now EHOME going to lose yet another.
It's a big punish.
Never End doesn't even have. Okay, he can pop one, but he's just trying to do some lumberjacking here.
Death Prophet moved really well in that fight. The like how north she ran when she got the double Spirit Siphon. She ran super north so that the Dragon Slave wouldn't hit her because she recognized that was the big threat in the fight. If she would have gotten hit by that, she might have been burst otherwise. I just thought it was really good.
All right, Slark, we've talked about how much the attack speed on Midas is great, and we've seen what happens if Slark doesn't buy any attack speed. Here you go.
I like this. And
Midas
he's queuing up Drum and Shadow Blade actually.
He's the game-winning hero, right? So
I like Midas drums. I like Midas into drums a lot.
Yeah.
Because you
it just
compensate.
feels kind of good, right?
Gives you that mana regen, a little bit of health.
You can just stay on map forever, so long as you got a little bit of mana regen on Slark.
And because of your ult passive, it's just nice to have move speed increasing items because you get more value out of them. Thanks to your percent base move speed increase.
That's always the weird thing to me about Ags on Brood, is it feels like people get the Ags on Brood Mother, but then they don't, like, often it's Ags and no boots.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, but it gives you a big move speed bonus. Why aren't you're not really taking advantage of that? I guess they just want the webs. But
it
to
gives
me,
you
that always feels kind of weird.
The Ags gives a percentage base increase. So if you would also buy boots, it's another percentage base increase. You need a flat bonus, like a windlace or something.
True.
To get really good web value.
Yeah, that's true.
That's why Drum is good. Drum phase.
Alright, well, we're already farming Ancient Stacks. Should come as no big surprise to anybody. This is what the Jug Magnus is all about. Raji was trying to farm up top. 430 wants him dead. Can they actually get this kill? Unable to juke. The Spirit Breaker just stays right on top of him with the Bulldoze. And they will get that kill. So, alright.
I'm concerned for 430 as this game continues, though. There's so many heroes that can hunt him, get on top.
Just
and
get up
take
in
him
his
down.
face.
Yeah.
Yeah, all three of the enemy cores and the Shaker, right? So it's a bit scary. Bounties do end up going 3 the way of Serenity. So even though they lose one.
I don't know. Yeah, there we go. I was about to say, we've had Midas recipe available for Slark for quite some time, but now the courier's going top, and it's still in the shop. Very inefficient.
That's painful.
XCJ, what are you doing?
Hurts.
Yeah, it does. That's going to be like half an activation, kind of.
Yep.
That's right, just get 2 more last hits.
Well, another Exorcism. Another tier 1 tower going to be attempted. Never End is going to lose the healing. That's some value for Mr. ZYD, as everybody else is slowly catching up, heading towards bottom.
Basskip, can you do me a solid and check out the cosmetic for Death Prophet and see what it's called?
Spirit of the
I
Bright
think he
Child.
means
It was a gift.
what's
It's a mythical creature that doesn't exist,
Yeah, it's an Archaeopteryx.
but it kind of looks like a peacock.
Archaeopteryx. Hang on, I'll show you a photo.
Careful what you Google this time.
All right. There's the Midas.
Archaeopteryx. Yeah, this.
Oh, you're going to click on an artist's rendition of a bird?
Yeah, that's what it's based on. We only have the skeleton, obviously, Purge. We don't know what it looks like. It died a long time
Probably
ago.
have some feathers.
See?
Is that something else?
I don't know if that
That
looks
looks like
like the Death Prophet spirit. I can see that it's a real
It's
thing.
like a dinosaur with like wing front
Yeah.
claws.
I mean, what are these spirits doing? They're obviously not friendly. They're attacking things.
Was it worth it to run 5 heroes bottom just to keep your tier 1 against the Exorcism? Like, they just scared them off. The tower is low, not quite in deny range.
The concern is that you really need to deal with Slark, and you've already
Yeah.
lost your tower top. So, you know.
They just want the map control.
Yeah, exactly. When you rotate bottom to defend your off-lane tier 1, you just kind of give Shadow this invitation to start farming top. And
Yeah, that's true.
there's no real way to deal with him. If he gets charged, he knows it. because they have vision of him.
Is this tier 1 bot like more important because they're mostly going to be playing the tri-camp a lot with the Mag Jug, or is it still kind of whatever? I mean, you've got the Shrine and the tier 1 mids, so I guess they were hoping that they could find something.
Yeah.
Do they have Blink on the Magnus? Almost.
Almost, yeah.
Getting close.
Is that normal to like consider stuff like that, Kyle? Like what Basskip just said, like, oh well, we want to farm the tri-camp, therefore all the towers surrounding it are more important, or is it more just like, I think it's more likely they're just like, oh, we can defend it, therefore we think it's worth it.
Possible.
I think it's something that good teams always think about, and the easy wards are the same. And if you watch Liquid play, I think they're like the easiest team to read in that regard, where Kuro almost always wards around where he wants his team to play. And in this case, I think a lot of teams do plan around, okay, you know against a team with DP Lesh, they're going to make a move for a tower. Which one do you want to defend and at what time? And sometimes that's a bit organic, but oftentimes you'll say, you know, hey, we don't want to let them get mid. So when they make that rotation, we were ready, and you're there to stop it.
Oh, smoke up from Serenity. Very interesting vision game from both teams, just kind of covering the river. Not a whole lot past either one way or the other, but if they can take out this mid-tier 1, that's going to be a big help for Serenity. Innocence is hiding over in the trees. Smoke hasn't broken. It has just broken now.
We got
They
charged.
found the Lesh. He's being charged. Needs to be careful. Yos does come in. What can they actually find? The Venator's in the middle of everything. Does have the ultimate available and forced to pop it pretty early.
Yeah,
Magnus changed his mind, in fact. Faith Beyond going for the kind of the S4 build.
He was really worried about getting Spirit Break ulted because it would have set up the Lena stun afterwards, so he had to break the vision. Even though Fissure kind of interrupted it. It's a little bit expensive for what they wanted to do, but they had no easy grabs, so.
Jug's starting to get going with the Empower.
I mean, Sark's way ahead right now, though.
800 gold. Yeah, he's doing pretty well. Do you like the Shadow Blade this game? They don't have any other invis, so I feel like it puts some pressure on that wouldn't otherwise be there.
I feel like Shadow Blade is actually just so inexpensive for what it does.
It's
like
more
what?
attack speed.
It's like 2,800 gold or something. It's like
Yeah.
2,900 gold. That's so little for what it does. Like, you can heal while invis.
2,800.
You can gap close. It's 175 physical damage. It's
Yep.
30 attack speed. Like, it just gives you so many good things.
The only secret is to not get baited into building the Silver Edge. early.
Exactly.
Yes. Oh, God. that's
Silver Edge
the-
rushes, dude.
That's the-
so
Oh,
bad.
get this. You want to get triggered. I was playing with a Lifestealer the other day, and we were against, like, a Dragonite mid. And this guy told his friend, he's like, build Silver Edge on Lifestealer. He went, like, Phase Midas, and he built a Shadow Blade. And his friend convinced him to rush Silver Edge. And I told him to get a Radiance afterwards, but it was, like, it was just too late
was
at
too
that
late.
point.
Are you just playing unranked?
No, that was a
Or
ranked.
this ranked game as well?
That's not good.
I don't remember. It was something like that. I don't
Okay.
know.
It's all right.
It was just painful.
You know what that is, Kev? That's just another person that could utilize your coaching services.
Yep. And then he jungled with the Shadow Blade, of course.
Ah, yes. The strat. Okay, well, both teams still just kind of... I feel like they're just mirroring each other's movements up and down the river, right? Anywhere that Serenity go, EHOME just kind of follow them.
Which kind of makes sense because they both coagulate the same areas, and then they both look at each other and they're like, okay, we both know we're here, spread out. And then they just spread out to the other part of the maps. And then when they get a little too close, everyone else shows up again. Same thing. Rinse, repeat.
Yeah. And I guess they do have, like, their heroes that are shoving lanes can't really do a whole lot to one another. Like, Slark can't kill the Jug, but Jug can't kill the Slark. The Death Prophet and the Lena are both just nuking stuff from the trees.
You know, too
So-
far away to get engaged on.
Yeah.
That's true.
They're naturally just going to keep kind of ping-ponging off each other.
Which talent do you think the Sark is going to get at 15? Do you think he's going to get the Lifesteal or the attack speed?
Oh.
I think attack speed this game.
I am favoring the attack speed. What do we got going on down here? A little bit of action. ZYD popping the ultimate. They're trying to stay locked onto the Spirit Breaker. Omnislash is going to bring down Raji, and ZYD also taking big damage. He does have a regen rune. So can heal back up. Aventador is here, but a little bit low on mana. The charge comes through. Good
Did he
Yule
lose it?
save from the Death Prophet.
Saved
Keeps
Nice
his
pounce.
regen rune going. Spirit Breaker getting gone on. They are going to use the False Promise for him as Fissure catches two on the other side of the fight. Neverend wants to keep on fighting. Faith Beyond's got the mech, looking for an opportunity to skewer into the RP as they keep on kiting this exorcism. Aventador looking for some stacks. Faith Beyond just a defensive skewer back, and they've realized,
What
why
a
do they need to
pounce.
continue this fight? Aventador pretty much completely at this point. Doesn't have enough for the ulti, but they do manage to catch Innocence. Nuke's coming back the other way, but PYW is just tanky enough to survive.
Dude, what is with these fights? It's like
Nobody
all
dies.
the games today. 5-on-5 clashes. Everybody pops all their spells. There's buybacks galore. And the dust settles, and you're like, all right, well, we got
this
one.
support died, and that support died.
Yeah.
We are seeing,
It's a status resistance.
at least in the case of Serenity, I would say it's a slightly like greedier offlaner in the sense that it doesn't have as much initiation as like your, maybe your Mars would or a Centaur at this point in the game, right? One of the blink initiators. But yeah,
That's true.
maybe the Spirit Breaker is also a factor. This guy is just, to me, the Spirit Breaker is kind of the new Abaddon. Like, Abaddon used to be able to face check high grounds and stuff with your ulti. Spirit Breaker can kind of do the same thing with Bulldoze.
Yeah.
He's always giving you information.
Like, both lineups actually don't have that much in terms of gank. It's just like Lina, Spirit Breaker, and on Serenity side, it's like
Mag
Slark,
with no blink.
Slark once he gets Shadow Blade, Mag
Yeah.
once he gets Blink. None of these heroes gank.
But he's not going to get Blink for some time. I like the mech decision, but, they met on Jug, though, so he can start getting really aggressive as well.
Raji bought back, but still has 1,600 gold with the progress to his Blink Dagger. So not the best timing ever, but
And no, it's not as if
Okay.
he's missed anything.
What do you mean?
I mean, it's been a relatively slow paced game, that's all.
yeah, it's like, have there been fights where he wishes that he had his... All right, Innocent's dead once again. How many deaths? So Innocence has 5 deaths. So 5 of the 7 kills that Serenity have are just on this Oracle. Not a whole lot of like gold in these kills.
Midas Slark, do it.
Take the range creep. No. Thank you. Alright, getting slowed down. Lightning bouncing through. Serenity really want this tower. They are hungry for it. But
I like the stop casting from ZenQ. He's making it real difficult for Aventador, aka Shadow, TI winner, to properly utilize his Dark Pact.
Alright, they want the Lash. He's going to set himself up for a stun, potentially 430 with an early BKB. Able to just pop that and go to work. They are going to use the Exorcism for ZYD, though. They actually really want to go in, but 430 with the auto attacks.
GD.
He's got a double damage. The Yule's not going to save.
Whoa!
Exo Slam from Raji finds 3. Here's the turnaround, but they've already lost the 2 big damage-dealing cores. So what's it actually going to do? The Inkswell locks down
he
a
got
couple.
blocked!
And now he's getting Omni Slash, dragged back by the Shockwave, and killed. EHOME
Midas was still off cooldown.
all
too.
day.
Jesus. Dudes, this is a huge game as well. Remember, if EHOME lose this, they go to 1-3 in groups.
Well, they're looking good now. This
I
is a
don't know.
really
Why,
good fight.
why did they commit after Lesh died? Because
that
Lina
Echo
was
Slam
out of spells?
godly. It was such good
Yeah, I
echo.
guess.
It caught like the whole team. It looked like
Yeah, he had the blink.
one of those glory moments, but
No follow-up damage. The Death Prophet died immediately afterwards.
yeah, the Slark's probably not. His damage output isn't like incredible yet.
He needs to get going, is the thing, right? Like,
Yeah, same diffusal blade problem, right?
can't just burst everybody. Doesn't have any free stacks either. Only 1 permanent stack. Like, sometimes you see these Slarks go crazy in the laning stage.
Yeah.
He starts the game with like 8 perma stacks. It's not that much, but still.
Uh-oh, Shadow? Okay.
And
No
now
real-
all of a sudden this Jug is huge. Look at him. 11k
Wow.
net worth.
Yep.
Yeah, and then Slark's not even close. But he did go all like fight items other than Midas now, since he spent his money on diffusal blade.
And the Empower just gives Jug. They've had so many
That's
ancient
true.
stacks. I think he's cleared at least like 10 of those camps in 21 minutes. So much
point.
farm.
And now Mag gonna have Blink. 430. I gotta say, 430 has also been farming really nicely. Like, you know, Jug's got 180 creeps. So does the Lina. 430 keeping it going. The BOT is really nice item to kind of keep that farm and also have somebody that can be shoving out the side lanes and then
Yep.
still join your team.
I really like the early BKB too. It's integral to the reason they were able to win that last team fight. Because
Yeah.
She got hit by Grimstroke's ulti,
Yep.
and it just didn't matter. He was linked to somebody else, and Grimstroke was kind of like, oh crap, what do I do now? I'm going to silence this like random support.
It's nice because he can use the Yules offensively as well, right? He doesn't just have to be like, oh, I'm saving this to keep myself alive for a second and then just die anyway.
Yeah, like what Lush had to do, basically.
Yeah. All right, well, Serenity, you want to smoke up? They do have another Echo Slam in 5 seconds time. So, Raji, if we can get a repeat of that last one, they might be in pretty good stead. We'll have to see. Exorcism level 2, ready to rock and roll.
Smoke's on the way.
Pretty close to Ags on Death Prophet too.
Yeah. Charge through. All right, it's going to break the smoke on the Slark. Aventador looking for it, but now they can set up on EHOME. Faith Beyond going for the trees, going to look for that RP opportunity. They do also have the Omni Slash. They've got a freshly empowered Jug. Here's the RP. Out into 2. He gets the Omni Slash out. It bounces over onto XCJ. Not the best. Not really focusing on the stack. That means ZYD does survive for a little bit longer. Now getting purged, dragged back into the auto attacks, and killed. Double for Neverend as Aventador getting saved for a moment by his Earthshaker, makes it into the trees. PYW out on an island, though, and Faith Beyond looking to lock him down. More chain stun from the Spirit Breaker, as that is a mega kill for 430.
Faith Beyond, man.
That was status resistance right there, genuinely. It's like they saw him coming. Spirit Breaker just walks right up and is like, go ahead, hit me. They use Diffusal Blade, they use Pounce, they're gone instantly, and it just sets up a perfect RP.
Yep.
And then Slark has he literally just burns ulti just to try to stay alive consistently.
It was a good ult too, but once it's down, Slark.
Yeah, he's not killing anyone pre-ult, right? Like,
The way it was always described to me is like Slark, you end up with a lot of tools in your box, right? The Shadow Blade, your ults. What?
You end up with a lot of tools.
The idea, it's not. You guys are so immature. Jesus.
Yo, that was really funny. I know you didn't do it on purpose, but it's great. Continue.
Unbelievable, really. This is a professional
And what
broadcast.
were we going to say?
I was going to say that the goal is to hold on to those tools for as long as possible without using them.
make them work for it.
The idea is that the threat of the save you have for yourself is what's most important. You don't want to blow your load too early because then you're out of bullets and options once you're really in need in the middle of a fight.
that's true. You want to delay it as long as possible.
It's true.
Okay, so,
So
man, they got a pipe on this Spirit Breaker. He's actually more farmed than the Magnus.
Yeah, he's huge.
Is this just where does Faith Beyond just fade into the background now and just becomes
He's been empowering him, it
position
looks
4
like.
basically? Yeah, why not? Spirit Breaker actually has some pretty sick talents.
Yeah.
For armor, damage,
I
greater
mean,
bash.
to think about the gold, I mean, what's his magic resistance? We'll
Fight.
check
All right,
later.
Roger, they seem to know what's going on. Can he split this fight into? They get the Yules up under the Jug. He doesn't have the Manta for a little bit, but Spirit Breaker's just absorbing all the spells on the front lines. Omni Slash is still on cooldown for a tiny bit. Neverend needs to reset. Now he's got the Omni. They've already used the Shrine. But Slark popping the Shadow Dance. They get that out, and now EHOME just disengage.
Slark going Scotty. He's queued up like 3 items, but he picks up an ultimate orb, so.
Yeah, I think it'll be Scotty.
Okay.
It'll be
Silver
good.
Edge is just not value yet in this game. Although I really wish it would have been the Shadow Blade first.
Because his name's not Shadow anymore.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's
So
like,
how does he play these fights? He goes and tries to find Innocence first.
Well, I saw him
Kills him.
slap somebody, and then he popped his ulti and kind of ran in a circle for like 3 seconds. That time.
DP Ags. Would this game be different if ZYD had gotten BKB first? Like if he had done what Ferrari did
I was kind of wishing that Leshrac maybe would have done that personally.
instead of the Bloodstone?
The Bloodstone, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Although I think the Bloodstone's nice because it does allow you to do a farm.
Never end. A lot of damage. Another nice Fisher from Raji.
That one is really good.
They still got the charge on XCJ, and Shin Q is just in here. PYW looking for the turnaround, but once again, the Bulldoze keeping everybody running. They are going to get the Purge out onto the Death Prophet, straight into the RP. Raji with the counter initiation, though. He's got the Echo Slam, but the mech comes out, and there's just not enough damage. Ultra kill for Neverend. Omni Slash does it. Can they get the last target? This is what they started on. XCJ trying to escape. Can they give this to the man? They're diving a little bit deep for that. All right, 2 buybacks.
A little deep.
All right. They really
folks.
wanted it. Oh, nice Manta. All right. And now Jin-Q just going to go in, make the space. This Spirit Breaker
They're so tanky. There's no damage.
What's his magic resistance, Spirit Breaker?
61%.
God. Insane, dude. So smart to give him that farm, because like, just 2 bracers and a phase boots, he's already really tanky. But throwing a pipe on top of that, now he's got lots of raw HP, tons of magic resistance, and he's got insane stats resistance.
It feels like the mech in the pipe is making the Serenity team fight just do nothing. right?
Yeah.
Like it's just turning off the Leshrac just disappears. It doesn't do anything.
Yeah, it just completely nullifies his Pulse Nova for a couple seconds, and then at that point he's been focused enough. Plus, they have Oracle to stop his Eul, so he's got to play safe all the time.
There's so many spells getting used on this breaker.
Yeah. And he's just so tanky.
Yeah, I want to see his
pipe.
damage received at the end of this game. Actually,
Yeah, he took the 5 armor and 12 health regen talents. Like this is
He
just
got
not a
regen.
hero you want to target.
33 HP regen.
Yeah.
My lord.
That's not the guy you want to put Spirit Vessel on. That's for sure.
This is gonna be the big fight. Basskip, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready for it. They're coming in. Omni Slash still on cooldown for 50. Exorcism. They're scouting this out. Never End straight inside the pit. RP also on cooldown. Lena looking for the target.
Good fissure.
ZYD needs to be careful. The fissure is split it up, and they do have the healing ward helping out the Jug, and Oracle's got the false promise back off cooldown. Now Faith Beyond isolates one. They're going to pop the Laguna onto ZYD 430, setting it up with the stun as well. They bring down the Death Prophet. Roshan is the prize, but it's going to be picked up by the Leshrac. Almost getting auto attack down. He does pop the Bloodstone to heal himself. Is that going to be enough, though? Another charge through from Jinkyu. He wants a Ventador.
Wow.
Goes for both.
Yeah. And now Slark in some trouble. Can he escape? Pounce getting blocked.
God.
He's dead. PYW on the other side, and looks like it's
Gonna
just
get
going to
everyone.
be. It's just going to be all EHOME. Who are we kidding? Double kill for 430. This man
That's
still
it,
got
yeah.
it, and
Wow.
GG called. A very important win for EHOME to keep their TI hopes alive.
I'm not surprised they GG'd out there. I think EHOME got, what, like 13 or something unanswered kills?
Yeah.
They just started running away with it. And I like the Slark last pick, but he's got to come online. And this is Mag Jug with Lena. Like, they're huge. They're going to scale exponentially, and Slark needed a lot more
How
time.
different does the game look, do you think, if the Lesh or the DP has a faster BKB? The Bloodstone is greedy, right? The Bloodstone is definitely greedy, but they're probably in the mindset of like, well, they're playing Mag Jug. They're also trying to be a little bit greedy.
So we'll try to match it with Bloodstone on Lesh, and
I guess,
maybe
yeah.
their thought. I mean,
If
if they
the-
get
the full
BKB,
Tricor.
they still die to like RP cleave damage. It's still really scary. So
Yeah.
I don't know if BKB was. I mean, they had what? They did have a Oracle to save them, but no, I'm sorry, that was the other team. I don't know. They didn't have that much defense, right? It was just like Grimstroke and Earthshaker. They had like stuns and teamfight kind of, but
I feel like Shaker played well and landed good fissures and ults, but just didn't. Nobody died. Nobody ever died on the side of EHOME because they had the super
Spirit
farm.
Breaker and
Yeah.
Jug in the front.
They're playing with a free farm Slark, and he's not contributing. He's 0-4-1.
How much damage?
How does he go into these 5-man fights? Okay, I'll pull it up.
He
I hadn't clicked continue. My bad.
5,000 hero damage.
How much
5,000?
damage received though? Jinkyu 29.9 thousand. That he tanked
So
like 3 or 2 times as much as anyone
Slark
on
was
his team.
by far the least damage on his team.
Yes.
Oh.
He just couldn't
Hang on.
stand there and hit anybody, right?
Hold up. Hang on. I'm getting a urgent message.
Okay.
Apparently we need to go to a break because we've got one final game coming up soon.
What is that game, production? Tell us. Thank you. Sirius
So-
versus CDEC.
This is hype. This is one of the ones I've been looking forward to for all day and all night. Don't go anywhere, folks. We're going to come right back with Sirius versus CDEC. And the winner moving into a dominant position. The winner. The winner moving into a dominant position in the standings. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more TI9 China qualifiers. Don't